I have provided copies of the probation services statement of work, and I'm sure that the DA, I'm sure the Pier has also done that. If you have any questions, I will defer some of them to Danielle, who's hiding back there, but we may be able to answer other questions as well.
Can you go into the cost comparison, like what's it going to cost us and what did it cost us? Is it more or less the same?
It's more or less the same. It's a few $100s more. The nice part with the new system, at least from our department, they are going to incorporate text message notification for victim services, which we didn't have that in the old system. And there's new requirements under the law of court notification for certain types of hearings. This really does enable us more easily, especially in light of technology you have in 2023 that we didn't have before, to more easily and more efficiently reach out to victims. So from our perspective, it's just a better substance than what the prior program was, and I think it makes sense for our department and probation to utilize the same program.
It's more user-friendly as well.
Absolutely.
And will be more productive. And what I mean by that is we will be able to generate a lot more paperwork through the system, utilizing the data that's already been put into the system rather than creating each document. So the cost difference is worth what it is, and like Pier said, it's really not that much of a cost difference. Now there will be some expenses to transfer over. On the probation side of things, Judge Tylwalk has agreed to utilize the supervision fee funds to absorb those costs. So we're very fortunate to have that.
Yes, Jim.
Yeah, I was gonna add, you just did add that, but that is basically the out-of-pocket is the setup and the data conversion that we didn't anticipate.
Correct.
If we would have just
Right.
been able to maintain the system we had. The difference in the costs, I think, is the difference in the users. You have 41, you have 14 users. The one question I had, the language is confusing here on page 7 of the DA's contract. It says optional services, follow me on this sentence, optional services included in the above costs at no cost in the amount of $4,000.
Yes, so I can explain what that means. Every year we apply for different grants, so VOCA is one of them. And those grants are supposed to assist us in victim services and payment for the cost to the county of providing those services. What the company has indicated is if VOCA gives us a grant that is supposed to pay that $4,000 for the text message portion of this service, then the company will expect us to pay that. If it's not given to us under VOCA, they're going to waive that cost. So Beth has that in writing from the company, and that is the coordinator of our victim witness department, because we obviously wanted that text message component. I just didn't think, given the fact that nobody anticipated this for this year's calendar budget, I didn't think it was appropriate to ask for that $4,000. So they have agreed to waive that going forward, unless VOCA otherwise gives us the grant funds for 2024 and onward.
Okay. Would you be opposed to just maybe modifying and initialing that part that says if grant funds available?
Sure.
Or something to that effect? Because the way it reads, it says, it looks like it's free, but it's not free.
I understand. Do you want me to do that on your copy?
Just whatever the final is, if they won't mind. Yeah, if you think CDI, well, I mean, they're agreeing to it. I just wanted to, in this contract, just the way it reads, it
Yeah,
just
Beth has
it's
it,
weird.
maybe you can steal some of the verbiage.
That's fine.
A lot of contracts say no other agreements outside of this contract, so we want to make sure we're covered.
Or if she already has something, as you mentioned, you could
And
attach it.
I have a copy of that
Potentially,
email.
you could attach that.
So
Either way, I
sign
just
it.
wanted to clarify that.
Yep.
That. Okay.
Any other questions?
Motion is second.
So moved.
Second.
Any further questions or discussion? If not, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, so moved.
Thank you.
Do appreciate Judge Tylwalk being
Yeah.
willing to step up and take care of this.
Yeah,
supervision.
thank you, Judge.
Yet again, yes, thank you.
Well, I appreciate the IT department as well. They've just added a lot to their workload over the next year.
Yes.
So we are appreciative of that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you, Danielle.
Do you want